Hi, my name's Emer. I'm a big lover of goal setting and planning, especially at the end of the year, planning for the year ahead. I have struggled a little bit this year. I don't know exactly why, maybe because my goal setting hasn't really worked out this year. Usually I'm very motivated, I'm very focused on my goals, and it's not quite worked out this year. So I'll share what I normally do. I'll also share what I've done slightly differently this year. And I've also, I really enjoy having vision boards, but this year I got it printed, so I'll share that as well. So currently we're a few days before Christmas Day. I'm normally much more organised and I've got my planner all set out by this point in the year. I'm falling a bit behind. I've been procrastinating, but I don't want to put it off any longer. So I will I'll share what I normally do and go through it with you. Something I did a little bit differently this year was print out some little end of year reflection and Wheel of Life and other printables from Canva. It was a tip I found on a YouTube video, and this sort of weird year I've had, I did think it was well worth doing. As a sort of reflection on this year, 2023, but also to help me with my goal setting and sort of planning ahead for 2024. I won't show you the whole thing, but there's loads of templates, so find one that's maybe good for you. But I really enjoyed this exercise. I think it took about 30 minutes or so in total, and we had about 4 or 5 printouts. I haven't done a Wheel of Life in a very long time. But it's good to sort of look at how much balance you've got in your life, and it lets you sort of rate a number between 1 and 10 for different areas, so like health, finance, friendships, relationships, that sort of thing. So I found that quite useful. I also did one on life goals, which went quite nicely with the Wheel of Life as well, but it helped me sort of explain those areas in more detail and maybe how I can shape my goals in those ways. And then I really liked this sort of yearly vision planner. I want to hold on to these and look back on them this time next year and just see. But there's also a section on actions that I need to take to achieve my vision and my motivation for achieving my vision. So this is one, I think I'll keep it out and about because I think it'll be useful. It's sort of like finding out your why. Why are these my goals? It'll be useful on the days where I'm not feeling motivated. But yeah, all those little sub goals that helps, or little actions that feeds into your main goals, is really useful too. And this goal setting worksheet, it was quite similar to the other one, but I just liked it. I don't know, I just liked it and I just printed it out as well. And I actually did this task with my partner, because he's my partner but he's also my business partner, so it was a bit of a business exercise too. And we tend not to do these sorts of things together, but it was quite enjoyable to break it into sections and feedback to each other what we had written and sort of bounce some ideas and suggestions around as well, so that was really nice. I spent quite a long time on Canva making my vision board. In the past I have done the old-fashioned vision board, where you get out all your magazines and images that you can find and stick it on a bit of card or cardboard, whatever you can find. And this is mine from about 3 years ago. I think I've edited it a few times since then. But this is what I've done before, and it just gives me a sense of things I want to feel, places I want to go. And it's so I love vision boards. It was a property investor years ago that I met, and he strongly recommended vision boards. And the more I sort of read into it, I think Oprah Winfrey has one, and other celebrities, and just where it's got them, they can be quite powerful. I don't know how it works, but it just seems to. Things like my partner makes all our own bread now, and I've grown tomatoes. I ended up having I've got a picture of a wicker basket here, and I ended up buying a lot of wicker this year. Yeah, I've done running. I've been for afternoon tea this year. Yeah, there's lots of little things that have come true. but I watched some YouTube videos over the last few weeks, and one lady strongly suggested make your vision board on Canva and use high quality images and get it printed like professionally. So that's what I did. I think the sites she suggested were Pixels or Pexels, something like that. And I can't remember the name of the other one, but I'll put it, I'll find out and I'll put it in this video. And I just, yeah, I added that in. So I spent some time like making it on Canva and on an A3 template, and I can't get into this. And I've never like printed out my vision board before, so this is really interesting. Yeah, it's nice seeing it in print. I won't share all of it because it's quite a private thing. So on this side of my vision board, you know, I really want to focus on like creativity. I like the idea of like, you know, being a creator and having that as my full-time job would be amazing. I'd love to have, I don't know if you can see, I'd love to have chickens and just pick my own eggs in the morning. And I love watching people's YouTube videos and Instagram videos of them doing that. I just think it's amazing. I mean, my next door neighbours have got chickens and I love watching them. Yeah, having like a really good prepper pantry and a really good like pantry of my own items, like doing more canning. I've only attempted it once, but I really need to eat that frog and give it another go and really give my garden a bit more of just more attention, because I've been so lazy with it. I have a cast iron pan and I've not seasoned it yet, and I've had it for about 3 years and I've just not got around to seasoning it, so that is on my list. And I've got a picture of a lady with a sewing machine. I was gifted a sewing machine from a family member, and I think it's in the attic, but yeah, I'd really like to use it, and I'd love to have a go at making just an item of clothing for myself. Would be amazing. So yeah, if you're making a vision board, you can have anything on it. It's yours, it's your vision, it's your goals, it's what you want. So that's my personal goals. But if it's your vision board, you do what you want, what's important to you, and you know, maybe you go bigger. But yeah, I'm gonna put this in a frame and have it maybe in the bedroom or somewhere that I see it every day, because it's all about reminding yourself of your goals and your motivation. Yeah, I'm really pleased I did that. It was a good suggestion. Thank you, YouTube. Things I've learned from YouTube is amazing. And the thing I've been putting off is sorting my Filofax. I never leave it this late, but this is what's happened. So this is my Filofax. I have had it for over 10 years and I love it. Sadly, it is quite battered. It's leather. It's really nice on one side. On the other side it's battered because it's been in handbags. It's got scratched and scored, sadly. So it's very well worn, but because it's leather, it's long lasting. And I just feel like it would be a waste to replace it. Until it really falls apart, I'm not replacing it. So, but yeah, I love it. And usually it's my tradition around late November, early December, I'll order a Filofax refill and I'll sit down and I'll sort it out. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Whether you're an online calendar person or a paper planner person, I think it's a very personal thing, isn't it? But it's what works for you. Since going on my career break, I rely on this less. I have a slightly different system now, but I look at this weekly to see what I've got for the week ahead. And all my appointments and everything still goes in here. But I have been putting off filling this out. So my first task is I sort out all the birthdays. So I've got my pens and I've got my highlighters. Before I pop this year's insert into here, I do find it a little bit easier to write certain things when it's not in the binder. And I have a section at the start of here and I've got all the birthdays of friends and family. So I will use this to help fill in my new Filofax refill. And how could I forget all the annual reminders? So when home insurance is due for renewal, any mortgage is due for renewal, car tax, MOTs, insurance, what else? It's really silly, but I've got a reminder for when to pick the apples, because the first year we moved here, I was a bit shocked when like all the apples had fallen. I was waiting for them to ripen, and then I kind of missed the boat and they'd all just fallen on the ground, and I was a bit disappointed. So I sort of remind myself, like, pick all the apples before the end of October. I will do gardening planning separately, but this is more just to kind of get me started for the new year. I've written all the birthdays in. I'm just going through now and I'm highlighting all the birthdays. And then last task for the birthdays is writing a reminder in the week or two before, and it's to remind me to send a card or sort a present out. And I usually just write it at the top of the page a week or two before. Maybe a few weeks earlier if it's like a big birthday and I need to sort out a gift, it just depends. Sometimes when I don't really want to commit to something, but I have I might want a little reminder, I use little sticky notes. So sort of thinking ahead next year, I'm thinking, okay, so as an example, last weekend in November I might put the Christmas tree up. I just know how life gets sometimes. It's just a useful reminder for my head anyway. And I don't know if I'm competing next year or not for bodybuilding, so it can also be useful as a competition day. It's this weekend, like preparation for the competition will usually start about 18 weeks before, so that's also useful. So I'm going to pop some of these into. There we go, that's my 2024 diary planner refill all sorted out. The last thing really that I need to do is some goal setting, and usually I'd recommend picking 2 or 3 main goals, writing them out, pinning those goals up, writing them in my diary, like as a reminder on the front page. Hi, I've just been editing this video and realised I'm missing footage of the end of my 2024 planning, so really sorry about that. When I was videoing this last week, I commented that actually that this year's quite different, and I found goal setting a little bit harder this time around, maybe because of the sort of weird year I've had in 2023. It's currently New Year's Eve and I'm sat in editing videos, but I just want to encourage anyone to, take the opportunity, set yourself a goal for the year ahead. You might surprise yourself if you're not a goal setting kind of person. But I do love a new year. I think it's a great opportunity to wipe the slate clean, grab a new calendar, a new diary, and just see what opportunities might arise. So I'm really excited for the year ahead, and I just want to wish everybody a very happy new year, however you celebrate it or spend it. And yeah, just wishing everyone all the best. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.